God has left the ability for you to change your life completely up to you. You want to change your life? It's on you. Even with God in your life, it's still on you. That was a hard realization for me to learn. I was one of those that, okay, God is going to come swoop through and do something for me, and that's what I'm going to be kind of biting on and going on that trail end with him. But he was going to start it for me. That's the biggest crutch and the biggest lie. That's what I thought. And for the longest, I was on that page. God is going to do it for me. He will start it, and I will just get to just hang on for the ride, but now basically be doing it. But he starts it. No. It was a painful reality, but it also was a great one. It's scary when you realize, oh crap, your life is not where it's at because of you. It's not, yes, life happens, but it's still up to us how to deal with life. You see, a lot of times for some of us who have really strong faith in God, life is happening, so therefore we think God is going to come in and swoop through. But a lot of times with God, no, life is happening. He just expects you to learn how to maneuver through this life using him. You see me? He's not coming in to swoop through for you. So what I was going to say is that it's scary. It feels positive, and it also feels negative when you realize everything is up to you. It's positive because you realize, okay, this is really up to me. This is whatever success I get is up to me. Whatever unsuccess you get is your fault too. I don't want to say failure because I don't want to speak that over nobody. But your life really depends on you, your choices, your habits, your decisions, your planning, whatever it is, whatever you want to accomplish or get in life comes from you, nobody else. So on one hand, it feels reassuring to know that, okay, whatever, if it's $1 billion scheme, it's in me and it's up to me to control that. It's up to me to bring it out. So it's positive on one hand to realize the ball is really in your court. It's fun. It becomes fun when you realize that. And you realize you get to just play with whatever ideas on your mind, but you have to act. See, so on one hand, it's fun. The ball is in your court. But on the other hand, it can feel very intimidating. It can feel very frightening when you do realize that the reason you are where you're at is because of you. Not some magical design against you. Yes, maybe a design against you, but it still is up to you to push through that design that's against you. It's still up to you to overcome that design that's against you. So on one hand, yes, the ball is in your court. Great, I control my life. I run my life. That's the power and the beauty of free will. God is not trying to control us. He has given us everything we need, and it's up to us to go out and just explore the tools he has given us. Explore the life he has given you. Dig in yourself and pull out what it is you have in you. That's when it gets fun. But it's also scary when you realize, oh shit, God is not doing this for me. Oh crap. Damn it, now I actually got to go out here and work my ass off. Work hard. Yeah, that's something you got to actually do. So it becomes like crap. Because when you're believing and waiting for God to be the one to come and do it for you, you kind of relax in yourself. You don't pursue as many things as you should. You don't take advantage of as many maybe opportunities as you should. You don't create opportunities for yourself as you should because you're a little bit in more of a relaxed mode. You think God is going to come and give you the grand design and now you get to just play in this design. No, a lot of times we have to come up with the design for our life. It's scary. It's scary, but it's fun. It's scary, it's fun. It's scary because, oh shit, God isn't doing this for us. He has given us what he's supposed to give us. Life, tools, wisdom, knowledge, all that. It's up to us to use it. It's scary because we realize, oh crap, he has given us wisdom, knowledge, tools, and it is up to us. He's not going to give us all these tools and then still come and do it for us. That's not how God works. I wish he did. For the longest time, I wish he did. I was, oh man, just kicking back, waiting on God. Kicking back, waiting for him to come out the sky and poof, give me whatever business I'm supposed to do. Poof, give me whatever life I'm supposed to have. Poof, give me whatever abundance and wealth I'm supposed to have in this world. Poof, awesome. And then you realize, poof, you ain't getting jack shit, bitch. because you haven't gone out there and done it. So with this world, realize that we really do have free will. It could be scary and it could be awesome. It's up to you. The Bible tells you life and death is in your life, is in your mind. Life and death is in your tongue. It's in your tongue, it's in your mind, it's in your heart. It's up to you. If you want a successful life, it's up to you. If you don't pursue a successful life, that's also up to you. And whatever life you end up with, it's on you. We don't get to God and say, well, God, why didn't you give me this life? God is like, well, I gave you all the tools so you could create the life you wanted. So a lot of times it comes down to us. We just got to work hard, man. Hard work. And not hard work in the fake ass way this world portrays hard work, because it'll be a bunch of devil worshippers and Satan blood drinkers that all they do is sacrifice children and drink blood, and that's where they're getting their wealth from. But then they want to come out here and tell you gotta work so hard. Go to sleep at 3 o'clock and wake up at 4. If you get more than 2 hours of sleep, you're slacking. Like, okay, fuck you, first of all. Because these people are really getting their wealth from their extracurricular activities they're doing behind closed doors. So it's not just about working hard in that way. I would never preach that. You work smart. You work smart. But sometimes to work smart, to even get the opportunity to get to the level of just having to work smart, you might have to work hard for a little bit. You might have to work hard, period. Like, working hard is one thing. But the way these people promote working hard is like, no, that's not working hard. You just basically don't have a life. Or they tell you don't spend anything. Budget, count every dollar. I'm sorry, saving this little $2 this week because you didn't go out to wherever. You saved $10 this week because you didn't go buy your coffee. Like, in the long run, how I honestly see it is we have to see in terms of abundance. And to me, that is counteractive of abundance. If you hear penny pinching. Like, I don't know. I believe in wisdom. I believe in common sense. Spend according to what you know you have. In my opinion, you shouldn't be sitting there writing down I bought a taco this week. I spent $2. I bought a crouton this week. I spent whatever. I bought a salad, whatever. You like to be sitting there penny pinching and you're counting, I bought a soda today. It cost me $3. I bought a Twix bar. And because you listen to some of these people and this is how they organize you. They tell you, count every month. Like, no, nigga, shut up. Those are the people that I'm like, they fill in your minds with useless information because they're not really going to tell you what they are really doing to get their wealth. These people are drinking blood and sacrificing children. My channel, hey, take it how you want to take it. We stay talking God on this channel. I know you probably weren't expecting to hear blood sacrifice in a video talking about accomplishing your goals, basically. But you have to know the world you live in, and on planet Earth, the ones that's always pioneering that movement of reaching your goals are always these type of, these top level characters, which is really what they are. Don't get me wrong, not everybody. And I'm not one of those who, just because you're rich, it means you're doing something diabolical. Absolutely not. But you have to check people's works, check people's actions, check people's spirit. Just check what they say, how they move, to know exactly where they're coming from. And these people be preaching all kinds of, the way they preach to people, sometimes it's almost discouraging. Like, literally, they tell you, go count up every penny you spend and this and that. Oh, you should only be getting 2 hours of sleep. I'm sorry. If you get 2 hours of sleep, you can't function. You can't function. You need a full night's rest to get your brain recalibrated to be able to function the next day. Like, miss me with all this shit. Above all, the goal is you have to find your purpose for yourself. But you have to do it with God. You see, it's not about sitting around waiting for God to do it for us. It's about going to God to understand your life first, so you even understand which direction you possibly could or should be moving towards. Any level of success and abundance will come from God. He's not going to do it for you. That's the confusion that at least I know I was caught up in. He's not going to do it for you. No, but he will give you everything you need to accomplish it. He expects you to do it for yourself. God's only ambition for us is to get strong. He wants us and expects us to do it for ourselves. Why? Because he expects us to live the life he gave us. When you find your purpose, you cultivate your purpose, you develop your purpose, you realize and live your purpose, it's fun. It's fun. That's where your life is. That's your life essence. And you get to start walking in who you are. It's fun. God wants that for us. Number one. And number two, going out here and making our purpose come alive, it will take work. And this work, this creation process, because all we are as God's children, are creators. God is a creator. That's all he does is make and create. That's his foundation of who he is. So we as his children, that is who we are. We are creators. We have things in us. We have goals. I always say this, especially for men. I look at men and I'm like, man, every man has an empire inside of him. How crazy is that? Every empire that we live on, the empire of America today, was started in somebody's head. This didn't just abracadabra come out of nowhere. These are things somebody thought of and manifested and I don't want to use these trigger words, but realized it into creation. Who we are as human beings are creators. So we have to create something. We have to find our purpose. That's where our joy will come from. Our fulfillment will come from. Our satisfaction will come from. But above all, what God is concerned about, that's where our strength will come from. All God is concerned for us in this season is to develop the muscles needed to make it out of this season. Because right now we're in the devil's world. Earth is run by the devil. God is not caring about anything other than us making it out of this devil system. And in order to do that, we're going to have to develop certain kind of muscles. And sitting around all day not accomplishing shit is not going to develop muscles. Just going to work every day for somebody else doing whatever job they tell you to do is not going to develop muscles. It's not using creativity because the job has been created for you. It's not using wisdom because your role and your requirements have already been given to you. I don't care if you are working a high-paying job. If that's not your job and your business and your purpose, no muscle is being developed. Even if, yes, like don't get me wrong, skills can still be acquired from jobs, of course. But whatever skills you acquire from jobs, if this job is not your purpose, yes, you can still get skills, but these skills you learn is to apply to your purpose. It's to apply to your set goals. It's for you to still create something out of you, and whatever skills you've had to pick up on earth just from living, you apply it. That's certain jobs. God will lead you to certain jobs, but just because he led you there doesn't mean he expects you to stay there forever. God will lead you to different things to get different experiences. And now from these different experiences, you use it to build your empire that's inside of you. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whatever it is inside, God has put something mighty inside of you. Yes, it's a man's world, but women, my God, hear me? That does not mean you do not have empires inside of you. That doesn't mean you don't have great things inside of you. You still have to dig deep and realize the gift of who you are. Realize the gift that God has given you. And the fun part is us realizing this gift, is bringing it to life. It's a daunting task. It's very intimidating. It can be. It can be very intimidating. It can be scary. It can seem too hard. But that's the goal, ultimately. That's the goal. So it's a mindset shift as well. Because right now we're raised to believe in jobs. We're raised to believe in tending to other people's businesses instead of our own affairs. But we have to come around to the beauty of what is in us. We have to start coming around to the beauty of what can we do in this world? What did God put inside of me? It's fun to explore that. Because in a way, you're exploring who you are. What am I really passionate about? What do I really care? Because where you find your passion, you will find God's gift for you. Where you find your goals, you will find God's goals in you, for you. God's goals will become your goals. I hope you're following. So digging deep in yourself is fun. It's hard work, but it's fun work. It's fun when you start to learn who you are. It's fun when you start to put these muscles on and you start to feel stronger. It's fun when you start to feel more capable in yourself. When you feel like certain things, even if you've never experienced it, it still doesn't intimidate you as much. Why? Because you have more security in yourself. You've done more in your life. That's the goal. The goal is not sitting around and waiting for God to do anything for us, because God will just be staring at you, staring at him. God is an asshole. I've said it many times on my channel. God don't give a damn. He gonna look at you. Oh, you looking at me? Well, I'm looking at you. Looking at me. And God ain't making no moves in your life until you start to move. Like, man, I cannot stress that hard enough to whoever needs to hear that. Whoever is in a place in their life where they're kind of in a limbo, in a waiting stage, and you think it's just about sitting around waiting for God. Maybe you're trying little things here and there, but you haven't really taken grip on your trying. You haven't really taken hold on really trying something. God is not going to do it for you. I promise you. We have to develop skills. We have to develop tools. What is in us? How can we help people? How can we serve somebody? These are the tools that we have. And when you start to think of these things, that's when you start to realize who you are. That's when you start to realize what you can offer. That's when you start to realize what God put in you. You see, when you start to realize what God put in you, you start to realize how to move. Because when you start to see, oh, okay, so this is actually what I'm good at. Well, if this is what I'm good at, well, then it'll make sense for me to actually make this move and this move because it goes along with this move. So you learn how to advance your life. You learn how to advance your situation. If you don't know what's in you, if you don't know your heart's desire, what God has put in you, you could be moving hard in this lane thinking, yeah, I'm getting there. Yet God has it in mind for you to be way over here. Yet in you, if you just stopped, you will realize that this has actually you're not even vibing with this. Maybe it's just making you money, but it's also making you miserable. But you are failing to realize that there's another lane for you that could make you money and give you purpose. A lot of times we just have to get off this hamster wheel that this world has put us on. We just go with whatever the world has told us. We just go along wherever the world has set up for us. And we don't ever think we have to figure anything else out. I thank God for the way the world is moving. I feel like now in 2025, the world is changing where people are starting to realize you kind of have to do something a little bit more for yourself. You can't depend on a job anymore. I would hope, my God, that in 2025 we realize this. You cannot just sit around and depend on a job forever. We can't. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. For some, it's also, maybe it's not a good thing because, a job is easy. But still, like I said, the goal is not easy. The goal isn't even just money. The goal is life work, life purpose, especially as you're getting older. My God, as we get older, don't be 40 years old and in a situation in your life and you think the answer is, oh shit, I need to go find another job. Oh my God. If you have to do that just out of necessity, of course, do what you have to do. But even if you're going to get another job out of necessity and you're of a certain age, you have to keep in mind, it's time to start figuring out what to do for ourselves. We have to start cultivating things from us. We have to learn abundance in us. We have to find the wealth that lives in us, especially as God people. Everything I do, everything I talk about on this channel, even if it's the most abstract topic, it's still always tied into God. It's always tied into God. Whatever you do in this world, especially when you get of age, you need to start redirecting your life. You need to start redirecting your life into, okay, what can I do? Especially in 2025 when a job is not guaranteed. What do you have inside of you? What do you have to offer? What talent, what skill, what tool, what wisdom, what ability, just whatever. What do you have to offer? Learn it, find it out, and turn it into something. Because whatever you have in you, that's where your wealth is. Whatever you have in you that's unique, keyword, that's unique to you. Don't just go because you can do this. Well, I'm sure you can do something that a bunch of other people can do too. Awesome. Find something that's unique to you. When you find that thing that's unique and that's just yours, that you do well, maybe better than other people, or you enjoy doing it more than other people, that's where your wealth is. Now it's just a matter of, the hard part is figuring out what that is. After that, now it's just going to work with that realization. It's going to work on whatever you've discovered, whatever that passion is, whatever that drive, that motivator, whatever that skill is. The hard part is realizing it and figuring it out. But once you do, now it's time to go to work on that skill. Use it, work it, and use God in it. Just because I say God is not doing it for us doesn't mean God is not there. God is helping us every single step of the way. He's just not going to do it for us. He will help us. He will give us aid. He will bring people that might help us. He might create opportunities. He might open doors. He will help to help you, but he's not going to do it for you. You need to realize, what do you have and what can you offer this world? Because in 2025, that's where your money is coming from. That's where your wealth, your resources, your success, all that's where it's coming from. Start to tap into who you are. God will help you, but he will not do it for you, my dears. Much love.